If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
It's a busy time for the revenue office, isn't it?
It is. It's very, very busy. January has been a very busy month for us. Of course, the end of the year was busy with property taxes. We actually are doing really well on our collections. We're real tickled about that, but we still have some that aren't paid.
All right, let's talk about the property taxes just for a little bit.
Sure.
And who pays property taxes?
Sure. Everybody that owns a piece of property in this county pays property taxes. That's 55,000 roughly, some odd folks that are that many pieces of property in this county. So that's a lot of collections.
Now, we received those payment coupons back, I don't know what.
October 1.
October 1, yeah. So we had plenty of time to pay it, that's for sure.
You did.
And who doesn't have to pay property taxes as you grow older? Isn't it something works like that?
That's a good question. Yes, once you turn 65, you are at least partially exempt on your property taxes on your homestead, only where you live. That is something you have to apply for. You know, we don't necessarily know when the homeowner turns 65. So you have to come in and apply for that. You have to bring in your last year's income tax return. It is based on income, and your driver's license. We'll take a look at that. And if you qualify, well, you'll qualify for some anyway, just because you're 65, but you may qualify to be totally exempt, which is really nice.
How do they find out more about that?
They can call us at 256-761-2123.
Oh, wow, that could save some money.
Yes.
The property tax deadline has passed.
It has.
What are the penalties for being late?
Right now in January, the penalty is $5 in addition to the base amount, and then 1% of the base amount. Of course, we're about to hit February, the month of February, so that will increase some. We're about to send out delinquent bills. And during the next few months, we'll be trying to get in touch with the property owners, make sure they know that it's delinquent. We do our best to try to get in touch with them. And then in May, we will actually sell the parcel. We'll have what we call a lien sale.
So it's not going away, is it?
It does not go away.
Yeah.
And then we will sell that property, but it all is not lost. Nobody needs to panic. If theirs is sold, there is a way to redeem it and pay the back taxes for 3 years.
Yeah, and if people watching this morning haven't paid their property taxes, don't panic.
Right.
And don't put it in a drawer somewhere and think it's going to go away, because it won't.
No, it's not going to go away. Just give us a call, and we'll be glad to work with you, and we can make a note as to when you think you might be able to pay it. But otherwise, we will do our best to get in touch with them.
2021 brings other opportunities, including tag buying time, too.
It does. Everybody that has a bicentennial tag, had a bicentennial tag for the state's 200th anniversary, or some people call them the travel tag, the state is phasing those out. So you need to call us or come by when it's your month and get another type of tag of some sort. You can get, one of the God Bless or just a regular tag or whatever. And then I wanted to talk a minute about mandatory liability insurance. That is just a big deal. I've always known it was a big deal, but I've come to know how big of a deal it is. In the old days, there was no law on the books that required us to carry liability insurance on our vehicles. Now there is. Since 2013, this state has had that law on the books. And it is a pretty big fine if you're caught without it.
So there's teeth in that law now.
There's teeth. If you're stopped by law enforcement and you can't produce proof of insurance, it's a very big fine. Actually, anywhere from $500 to $2,000, depending. And then in addition to that, they can take your driver's license for a few months, and then there's a huge reinstatement fee on your license as well. I think it's about $275 just to reinstate your driver's license. Also, if in any time the State Department of Revenue can send you a letter asking you to prove your insurance for any day of the year. They could send you a letter today and say, we need proof that you had insurance on a certain vehicle for December 1st or for July 1st or whenever of last year. And if you don't produce that proof, then you got a little problem, and there's some pretty stiff penalties there. Sometimes people will, some people will try to do it is they will buy their car tag, have insurance, and then as soon as they get their tag, they'll drop that insurance. What they don't realize is that insurance company is duty bound, now that this law is on the books, to let the state know. And so
the state will be coming, won't they?
They will be coming. So if I could buy billboards all over the county, I think I would, just to say, please keep your mandatory liability insurance up. Keep your liability insurance up. That's very important. So many people.
What requires liability insurance?
There is a law on the books. It's called the Mandatory Liability Insurance Law, and it was passed in 2013.
Or is it just for cars, trucks, or what is it for?
Everything. Every automobile. Yes.
Okay. What about motorcycles and stuff like that?
Yes, that as well. If it's on the road, you better have it. So, and like I say, it is a big deal, and it is some pretty stiff penalties if you don't have it.
My goodness. Good to adhere to that for sure.
Yes.
Cindy Pennington, our guest this morning. She is the Revenue Commissioner for Talladega County, and always good to have Cindy with us. Very, very informative segment with her. We talked a few minutes ago about the tag buying, and I can go in, I get my tax notice, and you go in and purchase your tag, and here in Sylacauga, I mean, it's been easy cheesy. I was in there and out in 10 minutes the other day.
Good, to hear that.
But there's a lot goes in to your tag buying as well.
There is. There's a whole lot that goes into that. And we do have good staff, and I'm very thankful and proud of them in all of our offices. And we strive to serve the public, to the best of our ability. Of course, right now, to get into any of the buildings, you have to wear a mask, and you have to, in a couple of the buildings, have a temperature check. So we're still adhering to that per the governor's order. But we're hoping eventually, that'll all go away for the whole world, not just for us. But yes, to answer your question, there is a whole lot that goes into that. And, those figures aren't just pulled out of the air. They're based on the value of the vehicle and some other things that go into that formula. And of course, none of us like to buy tags. None of us just love paying property tax, but it is something that we have to have. And so that our office can then send that money on for the schools. And
I was about to say, the monies that are collected, where does that money go?
To the schools, to the different cities in this county: Sylacauga, Childersburg, Lincoln, Munford, Talladega, all the cities. And then the State Department of Revenue gets a share. The county general fund gets a share. Our office accountant and her two assistants are busy all the time. So seeing that money gets to where it needs to be. In the revenue office, it's a penny in, a penny out. So we take it in, we don't sit on it, it goes out.
What is the umbrella protection for the revenue office?
As far as
the monies, a lot of monies flow through there.
A bond. I'm bonded.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm bonded. And that is, if there's anything that that comes up, it would have to be filed on the official's bond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cindy Pennington, Talladega County Revenue Commissioner, our guest this morning. What else we got going on there?
That's it right now. That keeps us pretty busy in itself. I would like to let folks know that probably in the next week or so, our delinquent property tax people that have not paid their property taxes will be listed on our county website. We used to put those in the newspaper.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And so that's changed. And so it's now on the county website at www.Talladega County, you have to spell out county, And that's not to embarrass anybody, that's not our intent. We do have to advertise on some medium, and it was just more cost effective to put it on the website.
What can be purchased online? What services can be taken care of online?
Good question. All tag renewals can be done online. New purchases often will have to come into the office to do those, but tags, any renewals can be done online. You can pay your property taxes online. Driver's license renewals can be done online once every 8 years, because they have to capture a new picture every so often, so you have to come in every 8 years. Most anything can be done online. New purchases of vehicles cannot. If you've purchased a new vehicle or new to you, you need to come in, and you do need to bring a bill of sale now. That's something different. Sometimes, very often the person would not have, the new owner would not have a bill of sale. The state's cracked down on that, and they want us to send them those bills of sale. So we do need those. And, even if it's on a little torn sheet of paper, we got to have something, right? Yes.
Before we go this morning, there's a lot of waterways in Talladega County,
Yes.
boats and stuff like that. What's applicable to owners of boats?
All right. To purchase a boat renewal, you can come into the office and renew your boat, or you can go online at www.alea.gov and renew your boats. If that doesn't, if you have any problems, give us a call. Always call us.
So what about insurance, liability insurance? Is that applicable?
Not applicable to boats as of yet.
Okay.
That day may come, I don't know, depending on what the state does, but as of yet, that's not a law.
Okay. Cindy, it's always a pleasure having you with us this morning. And anytime we can help you, we certainly will. And appreciate the service of all the ladies and folks up there. How many employees we have?
We actually have, between all of our offices, and that includes our mapping and appraisal office, around 40 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep up the good work. Cindy Pennington, Talladega County Revenue Commissioner, our guest this morning. If you'd like more information on this, you can call the revenue officer, go online, check it out, and we'll have this interview online a little bit later on this morning as well. Cindy, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
More Daybreak right after this.